Okay, have you ever been in the city and you've seen this massively jacked truck, like huge lift in it, massive tires, chrome rims, and you think, what is a truck like that doing in the city? Do you know what the filmmaker equivalent to a jack truck is? Hey friends, what's up? My name is Jeff Heath. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. And today we are talking about camera rigs and why sometimes you might want to have a jacked out camera. This right here is my Canon C70, and as you can see, it looks a little different than normal. It's all jacked out with all of this stuff floating around on it, attached to it to make it a massive camera. So when I originally bought the C70, I was coming from the Red ecosystem, and I loved the C70 because what I hated about the Red was all these accessories and different things you had to put on to the Red in order just to make it a functioning camera. The C70 had everything I wanted. It had built-in ND filters, it had a side grip that I wanted, a top handle that I wanted. It ended up getting RAW, which was incredible. The video image was incredible. I was shooting on L lenses anyways for Canon. It ticked all my boxes in a smaller form factor. So, if it ticked all those boxes for me, why do I have a C70 rig? Well, the main reason I have this rig is for shooting handheld and outside. The one gripe I have with the C70 is the back LCD screen. When I'm shooting outside in bright sunlight, I have a real hard time seeing it. And the position of it, if I'm shooting handheld, I like to have 3 points of contact. I can't put the C70 up against my body because the screen is right on the very back. I want a screen on the top. So, believe it or not, this whole journey of getting a rig for my C70 started because one day I was out in the wilderness, out in the bright sun, and I wanted to shoot handheld something, and I couldn't get that 3 points of contact that I wanted. I didn't have a monopod with me. I wanted to shoot handheld, and I was just getting a little too much shake. And because of that screen being right on the very back, I had a hard time, first of all, seeing my screen in the sunlight. So my journey began. I started researching and C70 rigs and putting things together, and things spiraled a little out of control. So here we are, where I have a C70 rig now, which I use from time to time when I want to look professional, but also when I want to shoot a lot of handheld, I'll put this rig together. So let's go through this rig. We'll take it all apart and put it back together, and we'll see where we end up. Okay, so first thing I got was the C70 cage. This is the half cage from Small Rig. Goes around half the cage. It's got an HDMI protector, which is really nice as well to include that. Second thing I got was the base plate for the rails. So you want to attach the rails through these. These are carbon fiber rails, once again from Small Rig. Then adding the V-mount back as well. This is one that doesn't charge, it just adds the V-mount plate. And then the top handle, which is awesome as well. Solid top handle to attach the monitor to. This is the OC monitor. It's 1000 nit, which works great for outdoors. And then the D-tap going into the back for the battery and power to the camera. The monitor is powered by a USB-C cable, but I hate on rigs things getting in my way or things that I know will snap off or break. So I got these little 90-degree USB-C adapters, which make things lie flat and flush with the batteries and with the monitor. There's nothing protruding or sticking out that can get snagged or caught or bent, because that happens all the time with camera gear, with your HDMI ports and with your USB-C ports. Things snap or break off inside. You never want that. So anything that you can flush mount to them is a huge thing. And I got these Blue Condor little cable tie adapter thing, which help tie down all of your cables and manage them, because again, once you don't want things sticking out or pushing out or getting caught on anything. I also got this side grip handle, which has a cold shoe adapter, which I can then put my microphone on. And finally, I have a matte box on the front. I don't usually use the matte box because the C70 has built-in ND filters. You don't necessarily need the matte box unless you're trying to block out sun on a bright sunny day, or if you're using other filters like a Pro Mist filter, which I've used with the matte box as well. But again, it just makes your rig look a little more professional, a little more built up, and a little more complete. I recommend the Polar Pro one because it's super easy to use, super lightweight, Now, should you go out and get a C70 rig? It all depends on how you shoot and the style you want to go. When it's all kitted out like this, it does look like a beefy professional camera, which it already is. It's already an incredible camera. You show up to a set or with a client with this camera, they're going to know right away that you are serious about what you are doing. That is the big thing with a camera rig. It does make you look very professional. But secondly, it does add a lot of form and function to the C70 in regards to having a top monitor, having an extra handle grip, adding some more weight, and adding more battery life to this camera when you have a V-mount on the back. It'll last you all day, which is incredible with this camera. So, would I recommend a camera rig for everybody? No. Should you get it to look cool? 100% yes. At the end of the day, it's totally up to you and what you want to do as a filmmaker. I love camera rigs. I love just geeking out on camera stuff. So that's part of the reason I have it, and that's okay. But also, it does have some function, it does have some form, and if you want to get a camera rig, I would highly recommend the setup that I have. The only thing I might change later is getting a better monitor. Thanks so much for watching, friends. It's just a short, quick little video about my C70 rig. Hope you enjoyed it, and I would love for you to
subscribe, and I'm gonna make some more videos. And if you don't subscribe, I'm gonna kill you. So I didn't mean to say I'm gonna kill you. I just meant I'm not gonna make any more videos.